Before Iron Man was a movie, he was a comic book. Created by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and Don Heck. Larry Lieber, brother of Stan Lee, whose actual name is Stanley Lieber. But in any case, a lot of people don't like Don Heck. I'm a fan of his art. I mean, he went on to do Wonder Woman. I mean, he's a veteran of 80 years or something. I like his art.
Yeah, I mean, unless you don't like, I don't know, the old style of artwork, there's no way you can't enjoy. I mean, the work's fantastic.
Exactly.
I mean, again, it's dated, but I mean, that's part of the beauty of it.
Exactly, I agree. Now, one of the things we did before, and we're going to do it again, is this is a segment called Iron Man What to Read First. There's a lot of Iron Man comics, but the funny thing about Iron Man is he was never really a popular character until the movie came out. He was probably the least popular character of Marvel's main roster. He's got a lot of famous stories. The most famous story is probably Demon in a Bottle, which was early 80s, written by David Michelinie with art by John Romita Jr. and Bob Layton.
It also features a bottle of Canadian Club on the cover, which is sort of Windsor-y, I guess.
Manufactured in Windsor to this day. This is true. I think David Michelinie is a really good writer. He's also famous for doing the Amazing Spider-Man run with Todd McFarlane. Went on to do Hardcore at Valiant Comics, which is excellent. And so, to me, if you're going to start with Iron Man, I recommend you start with David Michelinie's run, because I think that's the best stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's one of the best runs, but I would say start from the beginning, even just to see the developments. The first 100 issues, even just to, yeah.
It's going back a ways.
It is, but you know, to really see how he developed as a character. He's a lot different, I think, now than he probably was then.
There was some art there by Gene Colan, I believe, correct? Back in the old days?
Yeah, there was. George Tuska. There's lots of guys on it.
Another great Iron Man comic to read is Extremis, which is the basis for the Iron Man 3 movie, written by Warren Ellis, one of our favorite writers, I think.
Iron Man for me has always been the Avengers. So all my experience with reading Iron Man has always been in the Avengers. And I think for me, I would recommend, I know it's not an Iron Man book, but I think it was Busiek and Perez did a run when they rebooted the Avengers series.
In the 90s.
Yeah, and it was great. It was absolutely fantastic. Iron Man plays a lead role in it. He talks about his alcoholism. He goes through a bunch of, you know what I mean? It was a great presentation. And George Perez is probably one of the greatest artists who ever lived, so that's where I'd recommend.
And I ran into him at a hotel, and so did you, I believe. Yes, it was pretty exciting. Anyway,
I touched his cloth.
Okay, so anyway, Iron Man, there's a lot of great comics. Like Kevin said, you might as well start right at the beginning. Go back to Iron Man Essentials Volume 1 and just go from there.
Do it.